Right. So, what is user story? A user story is the smallest unit of work in agile framework. Okay. So, when I say epic, we have three epics, right? Okay, let's take first epic for a while. Develop login module. This is high level epic we have. And now, when I say user story, it's the smallest unit of work for that epic. So that's why we say it as epics are larger work items, isn't it? When you say develop login screen, that's not a simple thing. You have to develop whole screen, edit boxes, you have to provide connection to the database to store this username and password, sign up, footer page, header page. Okay, there are lots of items, right, in one login page. Okay, so when you have so many things as a high level requirement, that can be broken down into set of stories. So big work as a login screen can be done in a small chunks. Let's say first I will put edit boxes on the screen, first step, and that you can treat as a user story. Okay, the purpose of this user story is to articulate a piece of work. Okay, collection of piece of works is big epic, isn't it? Now to implement that login page, I have to do at least 15 pieces. I have divided my whole work into 15 pieces. Okay, one second, let me actually show some example. Credit card, let's pick one login screen. Credit card online application, something like this, and I'll click on images so that we may get some online. Do I have something? No. Online banking application. Yep. Let's say that this is submitting status, not this. Can't we get one online? Oh, we have this. Okay. So internet banking login. Yeah. So this is a whole epic, but now we have to break our work into different chunks. Let's say that I will first create two edit boxes, and then I will create this text. Thereafter, I'll put this drop down and button. Okay, this is one story. Story is a chunk of work as in the whole epic. So you can say that for next 2 weeks, I will develop 5 stories. That means 5 small work units to achieve that epic goal. So that could be one story, these two edit boxes one story, button drop down one story, and in one story I will put all these links, and in one story I will add this keyboard, and in another story I'll put this text. So I can achieve this epic goal in the 6 user stories. Okay, so that's how we use this user story terminology in Agile. Okay, so now if you read the definition, it's the smallest unit of work in this whole Agile framework. Epics are larger work items, you know that, and that can be broken down into set of stories, set of small development work. And the purpose of this user story is to articulate how piece of work will deliver a particular value back to the customer. Okay, so if I develop 2 edit boxes, what is the value I'm giving to customer? I'm giving that user can enter his credentials in the edit boxes. This is the value. So whenever you take one user story, you have to make sure that small piece of work having some value back to the customer. Okay, and if I put this footer links as part of one story, you have to also think from perspective that if I actually take this links development footer links as one user story, is this user story delivering some value? If you don't think so, then add more to make sure that it delivers some value. Here it still delivers value. By providing these links, you are providing a value to customer to create a new user, to generate password, and to navigate all these links, and that's the value you are giving. And again, now you will put this text as one user story, and that again have a value that you are clearly giving some instructions to your customer on how to provide your user ID and password. Okay, so like that, make sure that when you create a story in Agile framework, your Scrum Master may ask you that, is this user story really having a value? Okay, so in that perspective, you need to create user story. Right, so I am now not talking about roles and responsibilities of Scrum Master. We will go through our end-to-end software dev or testing process in this Agile. At the end, you itself will know what are the roles of each and every individual. Okay, thereafter we can recap that what Scrum Master does, what development team does. Okay, and these user stories are few sentences which should be written in simple language and what is your desired outcome. Okay, so when you define these user stories in Jira or in any other tool, you have to describe them within just a short, simple language. And if someone reads that user story, they should be able to tell what is the value giving back to the customer. Okay, so that's the desired outcome. So by reading your line, someone has to understand that what is the value we are getting if development team develop this user story, right? Okay, now I am going to create one user story in Jira, and let's write that user story based upon this develop login module epic. Okay, let's treat this as a epic, and for this epic I am going to start building a user story, and there I'll talk more about this requirements, why we need to add later, and what is the format we actually want to write a user story. In general, Agile suggests us to do like this: as a person, what you want to do, so that what you will achieve. Okay, here this statement should be written from customer's perspective. For example, I am a customer to this credit card banking application, then user story should be written in this way: as a credit card online banking customer, I want to enter username and password so that I can submit my credentials into the portal. This is how you have to define your user story. Okay, so if you read this, that single line, you know who is the end user, customer. I want to, what customer is trying to do in our page, and what is happening after he do that. Okay, these details you have to clearly put in this syntax. This is suggested syntax. Some people follow and some people do not follow, but we shall follow this. But in this syntax, first you have to define user story and tell what you are going to develop as part of that story. Okay, so don't worry, theoretically you understood that it's a small chunk of work and you have to define that in particular format. Let's write some user stories so that you will understand how to define this user story from business perspective or from how value it is generating back to customer. Okay, and now finally see this epic definition now. Epic user story is large. Yes, that's a high level requirement, right? That cannot be delivered as defined within single iteration. So when you say iteration, let's say that you have 14 days to deliver some work. And more about this I'll talk in the next lecture when I actually come to the sprint topic. Okay. So let's say you have to deliver the work in one iteration, and one iteration constitutes 14 days. So when someone say that epic cannot be delivered, right? Because this is high level functionality, just develop whole login page. And it's large enough that it cannot split into small user stories. Now you understood, epic is a larger user story, and that larger user story we are breaking into smaller user stories. Okay, and that's a whole generic requirement. From that generic requirement we are breaking into small user story, and we are writing that smaller user story in form of some syntax so that we know what exactly we are delivering. Alright, now in the next lecture, let's create an epic because you understood by now. Let's see how to document this epic in Jira and how to create user story and link this user story to this epic. Okay, now we have 3 epics, and if you have some 20 user stories, we have to tell what epic this user story is gonna implement. Okay, so user story set of user stories is nothing but one epic, right? So basically in Jira we have a provision where we can link epic to user story. We will link this, and also we will write a user story in this format, and then I'll explain more about how to write this format so that you will get a confidence of writing the stories. Alright, we'll see that in our next lecture. Thank you.